The angel of the Lord. Okay? Here you have an example where the angel of the Lord is ministering to Isaac to help him in choosing who his wife is going to be. Come with me to verse 40, I believe. Same chapter, drop down to verse 40. And he said unto me, the Lord, before whom I walk, will send his angel with thee, and prosper thy way, and thou shalt take a wife for my son and my kindred and of my father's house. So the angel of the Lord is going to go before to prepare the way for Isaac to meet his what? Woo! That's angelic ministration, isn't it? You have an angel of the Lord coming down to aid a member of the seed of Abraham in choosing his wife. And by the way, this is before Israel is even a nation here. This is Isaac, Abraham's child of promise that comes to him through his wife Sarah. And the Lord is going to send his angel to help Isaac in picking and choosing who his wife is going to be. Come with me also, if you would, to Exodus chapter 23. Exodus chapter 23. So again, we are looking at what angels have done in the Word of God. How have they ministered in various ways? What will they do in the future? Exodus chapter 23, look at verse 20. He says, behold, I send an angel before thee. These are instructions that are being given to the nation of Israel as they're getting ready to cross over Jordan and so forth into the promised land. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him and obey his voice, provoke him not, and he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. By the way, every time it talks about an angel in verse 21, it refers to him using masculine what? Terms. Again, proving that angels in the Bible are what? Men. Okay? So here's Israel. They're getting ready to go out. Look at verse 23. For mine angel shall go before thee, and bring thee unto the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Canaanites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, and I will what? I made a reference to this earlier. As Israel goes into the land, who is going to go before the nation and fight for Israel? The angel of the Lord is going to accomplish it. Israel is not on her own. She is not left to her own military genius, to her own strength and ability to do this. The angel of the Lord is going to go before that nation as they cross over Jordan and is going to fight Israel's battles for her. That's pretty clear, isn't it? Angels were involved in the giving of the law to the nation of Israel. I want you to look at this. Come with me to Galatians chapter 3. Galatians chapter 3. Not only did the angel prepare the way for the choosing of Isaac's bride, not only are angels involved in the fighting of Israel's wars and going before God's chosen people into the land when they go in to possess it and to fight for them on behalf of God for His nation. Okay? Not only that, the angels are also present when God gives the law to the nation of Israel. Look at Galatians chapter 3, verse 19. Galatians chapter 3, verse 19. Wherefore then serveth the law? It was added because of transgressions till the seed should come, to whom the promise was made. Notice, and it was ordained by who? Angels in the hands of a mediator. Come with me to Hebrews chapter 2. Come with me to Hebrews chapter 2. So angels are involved with the giving of the law to the nation of Israel. What is a mediator, folks? A mediator is a go-between, right? So you have God, you have the nation of Israel, and who mediated the law to Israel? Angels. Okay? Look at Hebrews chapter 2, verse 2. I said we'd come back to this one. For if the word spoken by what? Angels was steadfast, and every transgression and disobedience received a just recompense of reward. Well, what word was spoken by angels to the nation of Israel where they would receive a just recompense of reward for every trespass and transgression? It was the law. So the law is mediated to the nation of Israel through angelic activity. All right? Next point. Angels provide physical provision and protection. Come with me first to 1 Kings chapter 19. 1 Kings chapter 19. You guys remember the story of Elijah, hopefully, from your younger days in Sunday school. Elijah is on the run. 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 5. Notice what it says. 1 Kings 19, verse 5. As he lay and slept under a juniper tree, behold, an angel, what? Touched him, and said unto him, Arise, and what? And eat. And he looked, and behold, there was a cake baken on the coals, and a cruse of water in his hand. And he did eat and drink and lay down again. And the angel of the Lord came again the second time and touched him and said, Arise and eat, because thy journey is too great for thee. So here you have an angel providing physical provision and sustenance to Elijah as he is out there on his own on the run in the wilderness. So the angels of the Lord are coming to Elijah and providing him with a physical sustenance, with food, with water and drink and so forth, is provided for Elijah. Protection is also provided by angels. Come with me to Daniel chapter 6. Daniel chapter 6. You remember the story of Daniel in the lion's den, right? These guys are jealous of Daniel because he has such an elevated position there and so much respect, so they try to take occasion to get him into trouble against the law of his God. So they sucker the king into passing a law that says that no one can pray or worship or bow down to any other god except the king for 30 days. Right? And they know that by doing this, that Daniel's going to do what? He's going to keep praying to Jehovah, he's going to keep praying to his God, and he's going to refuse to bow to who? The king. And so then they're going to have him caught, and ultimately Daniel is thrown where? Into the lion's den. Look at Daniel chapter 6, verse 20. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel, and said, unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God, whom thou servest continually, able to deliver thee from the lions? Verse 21. Then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. My God hath sent his what? Angel, and shut the lions' mouths, that they not hurt me. For as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, I have done no what? So here you have angels that are providing physical protection to Daniel as he's unjustly accused and in the lion's den. The angel comes down and shuts the mouth of what? The lions. And Daniel walks over to those lions and he kicks them aside and he nuzzles up there and uses them as a pillow, and he sleeps all night like a little baby, because who's in the room there making sure those lions don't go after him? The angel of the Lord. Now, also, angels were involved in answering prayers. You're in the book of Daniel. Come with me to chapter 9. We discussed this passage a little bit last Sunday when we were looking at the structure of the heavenly spheres. Okay? Daniel chapter 9, verse 20. Daniel chapter 9, verse 20. In the context here of Daniel chapter 9, Daniel earlier on reads and understands that that the 70 years of captivity is over, that the reason why they've been in captivity is because of their sin, and because God brought upon them the curses of the law. And so Daniel is confessing the sins of the nation of Israel to God. Verse 20. And while I was speaking and praying and confessing my sin and the sin of my people Israel, and presenting my supplication before the Lord, my God from the holy mountain of my God. Verse 21, yea, while I was speaking in prayer, even the man who? Gabriel, whom I had seen in the vision at the beginning, being caused to fly swiftly, touched me about the time of the evening oblation.